Nichols from the Lake Tahoe South Shore Chamber of Commerce with McShannon coming down. Shannon McIsaac will be our guest as well too. And we have two fine ladies, volunteers. It's all about the library, folks. I am a huge fan of the South Lake Tahoe Public Library. I go down there on occasion and hear great speakers. They have authors. That's the first time I met Leon Melner, by the way, from the Holocaust survivors. That was fascinating. And I even donated a bunch of books. Yes, I went through the books to make sure they were friendly books.
Library friendly.
Library. Live in the studio right now, making her debut, Kay Henderson. Kay, thanks for popping down here on this Wednesday. I really appreciate it.
You're welcome. It's a pleasure to be here.
No, you don't have to fib. It's like, and then our regular Denise Hare. Do I say it right?
You said it right.
All right. Friends of the library. I'm not sure I know you're both volunteers. I wasn't sure what your actual titles were. Like, hey, you've got a couple of different hats on, right? Or
I am wearing a couple of different hats this morning. One is as the president of South Lake Tahoe Friends of the Library.
Oh, nice.
And I'm also serving as chair of Committee for South Lake Tahoe Library, Measure L.
Yeah, you know what? I wanted to find out because I know elections are literally right around the corner. It's just like, what, 3 weeks away? And I mean, I've been talking a lot about the candidates forum for, El Dorado County, District 5, and supervisors and all these things. But Measure L, I want folks to know more about Measure L so it doesn't get buried amongst all the other initiatives and, whatnot. And is this something the library folks drafted? And could you explain, kind of in layman's terms, what Measure L is actually?
Okay, Measure L will preserve our South Lake Tahoe Library in the form that we have it now, which is a full-service library, fully staffed, and so forth. A little bit of background may be helpful.
Okay.
As many of you listeners may know, in the early 1990s, our library was down to 2 days a week.
Oh, right.
And the local voters voted a small parcel tax in 1995, renewed in 2005. The result has been that we have, as I mentioned before, a full-service library, fully staffed, with materials ranging from print books to all kinds of e-books and electronic resources.
That's one thing it's funny because I actually got a library card from Denise. It's like, I forget, when I went to libraries, I'm so dating myself, they had the Dewey Decimal System.
Well, all libraries still have that.
They still have that?
Yes.
Is there an online equivalent of that now? Or do they still have the cards you pull out?
No.
Okay, what you're thinking of is the card catalog.
Card catalog.
And
okay.
it's been electronic for some years now.
Oh, okay. So Dewey Decimal is...
But Dewey Decimal System is the basis for it.
Oh, okay.
That's how you find your book. When you want to find one of Howie's books that he donated, you can go in there and look under Dewey and Howie and find it.
It sounds weird. Is there an app for that?
Yes, I'm sure. Everything's online at our library, Howie. There's an app for that.
You know what? Kay, I'm really fond of our library because, and anything to do to talk it up, because it's so rewarding to see the kids there on the afternoon, and I don't know if they have different authors still come in and speak and read. Because they used to have a bookstore up here, and they did away with the bookstore.
That's true.
That's kind of sad when you have a bookstore that's no longer,
It is, and it's one of the reasons our library remains such an important resource, is that it's the entree into books for most of us.
Ah,
but it's so much more. It's so much more than books.
Mm-hmm.
And I think what's important about this Measure L, and everybody knowing that what it's about is, it's not a new tax. It's something that we've been paying since 1995, and it's just a continuation of a parcel tax that we've already embraced in our budgets. It's nothing new. It's $20 per parcel per year. I told my husband if he votes no on it, the Amazon bills alone that I'm going to use to get new books are going to far outweigh $20 a year per household. So it's just something we've already been doing. I have a lot of people saying it's kind of a no-brainer, and it really isn't. And the library is for everyone. I don't know of any other service that appeals to everyone and serves everyone. So it's really a very important decision that you have to make on June 3rd.
Now, when people who vote on this, is it how long is will Measure L benefit the library? Is it an ongoing, or do you have to run another one, a measure in a couple of years, or will this fill the
this-
need for?
For a while. This
Yeah.
particular measure goes for 12 years.
Oh, wow.
Um,
Oh,
and
that's
I
great.
think one of the points I'd like to share is that all of the proceeds from Measure L
Mhm.
will go toward the South Lake Tahoe Library and only the South Lake Tahoe Library.
Ah.
This has been the case for 20 years with the previous measures,
Mhm.
and built into Measure L is the provision for regular reports to the Board of Supervisors of exactly how much money comes in
Oh.
and what the money is spent on. So it's going to be raised here and spent here.
Oh, that's really good to know, huh?
Yeah.
Now, is there anybody who's opposing? There's not like a bunch of folks out there pushing the no on the L
No.
campaign, is there? Or?
No, there's no
I mean-
organized opposition.
Right.
The strongest individual question that I've had
Is?
was a person who said, well, 20 years ago, the county was able to support the library completely.
Mhm.
The economy's gone up, the economy's gone down. When is the county going to step back up? And the answer is probably not in the foreseeable future. And the reason is, in that same time frame, in the early 90s, the state mandated funding, requirements for funding for the counties changed. And they went toward good things,
Right.
your local school districts and your local community college districts, but the impact of that was very significant for the libraries because all of the services that were deemed non-essential were no longer able to be fully funded.
Ah. And these, what are the hours now for the library?
Well, actually,
Is it 7 days a week?
no, it's 5 days a week.
Okay.
We are open 41 hours a week, which is more than any other library in El Dorado County as far as I know.
Really?
Really. And so we're closed Sunday and Mondays.
Okay.
We're open Tuesdays and Wednesdays from 10 till 8 p.m.
Hmm.
Thursdays, Fridays, and Saturdays from 10 to 5 p.m.
Oh, okay.
So there's good opportunities to get into your library and really utilize all the services. And we've so touched on just barely scratched the surface of all that our library provides for free. I mean,
Right.
that's the other side of it. You know, I mean, we had a program last night on astronomy where a guy from NASA, speaking of our lovely Latina, and we had over 100 people in the library. We all then went out to the lake shore, and he had this powerful
Refractor?
telescope, and I saw the 4 moons of Jupiter along with 20 other people, and the rings that are on
Saturn?
Jupiter's
Oh.
stripes. I mean, it was
Right.
incredible, and that's
Oh,
something
man.
that the library provides for free, and it's just getting people to know what wealth. I mean, it's a treasure. Our
Right.
library is a treasure, and it's the best located library in the whole wide world. Best view in the world.
It does have the. Now the folks who work there, are they volunteers? Or
No.
does some of them get paid at all?
That's what this measure's about. It's
Okay.
keeping those paid employees who
Okay.
do the hard stuff. I read a quote once that said, "The best part of a library goes home at night, and that's their staff."
Oh. Now is there a site that if folks have any more questions or whatnot, Kay, they can go to like a website or a Facebook page?
We have a
or-
Facebook page. We also have a website.
Ah.
The Facebook page is www.facebook.com, Yes on L
Mhm.
Tahoe.
You get that backslash in there, though.
That's true.
Okay.
Facebook.com/Yes on Tahoe.
But on Facebook, can I just go like South Lake Tahoe Library and it'll pop
Well,
up?
there's 2 different entities.
Okay.
The library has its own Facebook page
Okay.
that is wonderful. Separate from that is this Measure L, which
okay.
is the Yes on Lake Tahoe or Yes on L Tahoe
Oh, okay.
Facebook, and then we also have a website, preservelaketahoelibrary.org.
Yeah, Preserve Tahoe Library.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah,
Right.
I am dyslexic. That's why I need
I
a
know,
library. PreserveTahoeLibrary.org. Gosh. And that's just for the Measure L
Oh, okay.
information.
Yeah.
Well, you know what, Kay, you better come down here and Denise, we have to talk after the news, while the news is on, about some stuff because you mentioned you need some help with maybe getting some entertainment, some music there and stuff. So so we'll chat about that. Kate, please, an open invitation to come down more frequently,
Well, thank you.
just so I
Thank
know
you.
what's going on with the library.
Oh, yes, on L.
You got
Yes, we,
it. All right, folks, at the sound of the beep, it is officially 8 o'clock.